Hey guys, and welcome back to Denise Beauty Corner. Today it's part 5 of my declutter, and today I'm gonna share my declutter of all my blushes and my blush collection. And yeah, if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button now so you don't forget. And if you do like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Make a comment if there is anything you would like me to film in the future. And let's jump right into my blush declutter. Okay, so it's time for me to declutter some blushes. There's no one on earth that needs this many blushes. I didn't even realize I had so many, so I'm gonna try to be a little bit more rude on this one and declutter. And I want to start with this. I showed this one in my palette decluttering I was doing. I didn't know if I was gonna do a blush declutter, so I included it here as well. I'm gonna declutter this one. It's the Paula's Choice blush palette, and it also includes one highlighter and one contour. And this is so pigmented, but I think they are a little bit too pigmented for my taste because I am a little heavy-handed when I go on the blush, and I'm just gonna declutter this because I have so many others that I prefer over this. But it's a good quality, but I prefer others. My Chicaton from Benefit. This is one of my favorites. I have everything I need in this one. I have the sheer ones, I have the glowy ones, I have the matte ones, and I just love this one. I love everything about this, and it's very bulky, so I don't bring it when I travel, but when I do makeup at home, I love to have this one, so I'm definitely gonna keep this one. My Sueva Full Spectrum palette. This is in the Coral Spectrum. Sueva is a very underrated brand, I think. They have so good quality. It's a German brand. It's very affordable. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes from them. And I love this blush quad, and I think it's super affordable, and I'm definitely gonna keep this one. I love the packaging also. It's very sleek. Okay, we take all the palettes when we are ahead. I have 3 of the Makeup Revolution palettes, and they are all blush palettes, but in different color schemes. And I'm gonna keep all 3 of these, and it's because I think Makeup Revolution as a brand is super nice, super affordable, good quality for the price. And as you can see, this is all shimmers. You also have a contour color there, but this is more shimmer blushes. This is more peachy blushes, and this is more red and like mauve tones. And I'm gonna keep all of these, and I have nothing else to say about these than they are super good for the price. And they are super good even though it's a cheap price. I think I paid 95 Swedish crowns for this. It's like 10 bucks for this each. Gonna keep all of them. Moving on to my Hourglass palette, and this one I love. I have used it a lot. I have forgotten a little bit about it in the past months, but I used to use this so much. It's more shimmer, like not shimmer, but it gives you a glow, so it's a blush glow. I love this one. It's a very expensive brand, and I'm gonna keep it, and I have used it. You can see, cannot even see the description anymore. I'm gonna keep this one. So the last palette is this from the LA Girl. This is 2 blushes, 1 highlighter that I don't care for, and 1 contour I think I haven't used, but the blushes I do like. So I'm gonna keep it for the purpose of the blushes. These ones, I have 2 NARS blushes. One is the Sin and one is the Orgasm. Orgasm is super hyped, and Sin is, I don't think, so hyped. I'm gonna keep both, and I have to say Sin is my one and only favorite blush. If you asked me to keep one blush, I would keep this one. This is my all-time favorite, so I'm gonna keep this one, and this one I'm gonna repurchase all over until they stop selling it, which I hope they never do, but I love Sin. Orgasm, I am not so all about that as everyone else is. I'm gonna keep it for the purpose of having it for my channel, and I do like it from time to time, but I don't think it's worth the hype that it has. I have 2 blushes from Marc Jacobs. And the Marc Jacobs blushes are nice, but they are very sheer. You have to work with them a lot to get like some color payoff, but I'm gonna keep both. I do like them, but as I said, they are very sheer, but very nice when you build them up a little bit. So I'm gonna keep those. The packaging is everything. Marc Jacobs really nailed the packaging all the time. Okay, what do we have here? I have 2 of this MUA blush in the same color. Don't ask me why. I think I bought one, I liked it, and then I didn't know it was the same color when I went to the store. So I'm gonna declutter one and keep one, because I don't need 2. I'm never gonna run out of this. So I'm gonna declutter this one. I'm gonna keep this one, because this one I have never even used. It's totally new, and this one I've used a little bit, so I'm gonna keep this one. I have 2 MAC blushes, and I know what you're thinking now, and I'm thinking the same way. How the hell could the girls at the MAC store sell me this one? Because this is way too dark for me. So I don't know what she was thinking. I bought this one before I knew hardly anything about makeup. I don't know what she was thinking. I bought it, I think, in tax-free somewhere, and I'm gonna get rid of this because I never use it. I cannot wear this color. This one I thought was gonna be like Sin from NARS, like the same glow, but this has silver glow sparkling in it, and the NARS Sin has more golden, and this is appearing more glittery on my cheek, so I don't like this one. I'm gonna declutter this one as well. So we are continuing. This is from a Spanish brand called Deliplus, and you can find this at Mercadona in Spain, and it's like a supermarket there. And this is a very affordable brand, and I really love it because the quality is super high. And this is like a blush bronzer, so if you use more in the middle, it's more like a bronzer, a blush, and if you use more on the outside, it's more like a bronzer. And I like to just dip in my brush in here and go roughly around the hole and use it as a blush and bronzer in one. I do really love this one, and I'm definitely going to keep it. It's a very good price. I pay €6 for this, and I use it all the time, so I love it. Next thing is, this is the I Love Makeup Blush Hearts Triple Baked Blusher Blushing Heart. Okay, that's a long name. So it's basically a baked blush, and it's 3 different colors in this one. I'm gonna declutter this one because I never use it. It's a little bit too shimmery for my taste, and the packaging is very cute even though it's very bulky, so it takes up a lot of space. So I'm gonna declutter this one. Next one, my Natasha Denona Duo. It's called Blush, and this one is super sheer. I cannot use it as a blush. I use it more like if I want to have something on my cheeks and I don't want to use highlighter and I don't want to use blush, I use this one. It's something, but it's not like a specific color. This one is a little bit too dark. I have just used it like once. Sometimes I mix those 2 together. Even though I don't use it so often, I want to give it more love, so I'm going to keep it and try to use it a little bit more. Moving on to Milani Powder Blush Warm Petals. This is the flower blush, and this is the first Milani product I ever got. I think the packaging and the product itself, it's so cute. I used to like this, but then I got so many other blushes that I prefer over this one. So I'm actually going to declutter this one. It's a little heartbreaking because I love how it looks, but I don't love the product itself. So I don't use it so much. So I think I should give it to someone that actually prefer to use it and give it more love. The e.l.f. Mellow Mauve blush. This is a very easy blush to use. It's the mellow mauve color, and the e.l.f. blushes are very good quality for a very good price. I think it's a few bucks for this one. It's a very easy color to pair with any look, so I'm gonna keep this one, and I haven't used it so much. I got it when I went to the States, as most of my products, so I'm gonna keep it and use it a little bit more. We have this is a blush from e.l.f. It's in color Flushed. I've used this a little bit, but I am gonna declutter this one now because it's a little, it looks, I don't know, I don't use it so much, and it's just sitting in my drawer, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. We have the NARS. This is also the Orgasm color, and this is the liquid form of that one. I actually prefer the liquid form more than the pressed powders, so I'm gonna keep this one. I'm keeping the pressed powders as well, but I'm gonna keep this one. The Sleek blush in, I think it's rose gold, and I think this is supposed to be a dupe for the NARS Orgasm. I'm gonna show you side by side. It's not the exactly same, but I think it's almost a dupe for it, and I'm gonna get rid of this because it's way too pink for my preference. And I also think that the Hot Mama blush is also a dupe for, it's more like an exact dupe for the Orgasm, or maybe not. I think I'm gonna keep those two, and I'm gonna get rid of the Sleek ones because this is too pink, or red pink for my taste. So I'm gonna get rid of this and keep these ones, and this is the Hot Mama from the Balm. Next up is Wet n Wild Color Icon, and this is in the color Blush. I don't know if the color is blush, or I don't know if it's the whatever. I have not even opened this one, so I'm gonna at least try it before I get rid of it or decided to keep it or whatever. Feels like I have tons of colors in the same selection, but I'm gonna try it and see what I think about it. I have these two baked blushes from Milani. This is in Luminoso, super hyped on YouTube. I know Nikki Tutorial raves about this blush all the time. I like it, even though I don't see the super hype about it, but I like it and I'm gonna keep it. And this is in Berry Amore, and it's a more purpley blush. I tend to like purpley or peachy blushes over like pink blushes and red blushes. I'm more on the peachy and berry mauvey side, and I do like this one, and I'm gonna keep it. This is a bronzing powder, but I use it as a blush. I just use this side as a blush when I have a little bit of a tan, and this is from the NYC. I'm gonna keep this one. It's a very affordable brand, and even though I don't use that side, I do like the other one. This is a mineral blush loose powder from Bella Pierre, and I have not even opened this one, I think. Yeah, I have. Okay, I have, but I think I just swatched it. So I don't have any opinions on this one. I'm gonna try it out and see what I like with it, and see if I'm gonna keep it or not. But for now, I'm gonna keep it. I have, this is a stick cream blush, which I do like when I'm going for a more natural makeup and I don't want to have so much powders on my face. I do use this one. This is from the color Privilege. I don't know, I found this on sale when I went to the States, and I bought this one and I actually like it, so I'm gonna keep this one. We have a few more here. This is actually an eyeshadow from H&M, and the name of the eyeshadow is Blush, I think. And I use it as a blush, and it's very nice as a blush. So I'm gonna keep this one and continue to use it as a blush. It's very small and sleek packaging. It's nice when you travel. This is also from the Balm, and I actually dropped this on the floor and I had to press it back into the pan, but I like this one. I don't know if it's because I dropped it as soon as I got it, or if it's always this pigmented, but I feel like it's super pigmented, so I have to go very easy-handed on it, but I like it and I'm gonna keep it. The Frat Boy I don't like so much. This is, again, I don't know, it's not so much, I think, but I'm gonna play a little bit more with this because I really want to like it, but I think I'm gonna keep it for now because I have decluttered some blushes already. I'm gonna keep it for now, but I think maybe on my next declutter this one will go because I never reach for it. But I'm gonna try to use it a little bit more and see if I can create a relationship with this one or not. But I know many people love it. The packaging is so cute. This is also from the color Previous. I don't know how to pronounce it. The same. I got it from the States on that sale. And it's again a blush and a bronzer duo. I have used it once and I liked it. So I'm going to continue to use it and see if I develop any love relationship or what happened with this one. But I'm going to keep it for now. It's a very bulky packaging though. This is a little... It's one of my first blushes actually. It's not from a specific brand. I got it in Spain, I think. Penumbra, I don't know. It's a very nice natural blush. If I can get focus, you can see it's matte, it's not shimmery, it's very nice. It's just a very natural blush. Sleek packaging, I'm gonna keep it. To left, this is a liquid formula of blush from Makeup Revolution. I like it, but I never use it. If I want to have something creamy or liquid, I either go for my NARS one or this one. So I think this one is a little too thin on the consistency and I don't love to use it. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. And this is the Fit Me, Maybelline Fit Me. I have used this quite a bit, as you can see, but I don't tend to use it so much anymore. It should be a brush here, which I never keep the brushes. And I think the size on this blush is just too bulky and too big because, I mean, it could be half the size if you took away the space from the brush. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this because I never reach for it anymore. I have tons of other blushes that I prefer. This is not a bad blush. I do like it and I do used to use it, but I think if the packaging was more sleek like that, I would keep it, but the packaging takes up too much space in my drawer, so I'm gonna get rid of this. And this is in the color light pink, so I'm gonna get rid of this. So this is all the things that I am getting rid of. From my blush collection. So it's a few items there that are gonna get a new home and more love than it get in my collection at the moment. So I hope you guys like this. See you in my next declutter video. Bye!